Hey yo, man, I can't believe I am going. We live now, OG. OG Bam, we live. Um, Bro, thank you for coming on. So, how do it feel to be free after 22 years?
So it's still trying to get used to things right now, man. This world, everything moving so fast, It's a whole different pace now, and I'm still trying to catch up, with all this
Mhm.
new technology. And then if I want to learn one thing, it's moving so fast, it changed into something else within the 6 months.
Right.
So, and you know what? I'm still my pace is still a lot slower because especially because I did so much time in supermaxes and in lockdown. I still when in that kind of environment, I right now even people my surroundings, I can't don't get too close to me. I don't my brain is still on. I wasn't used to nobody being able to, get that close to me going on. So my body still react a certain way. It still reacts a certain way. I already be on defensive, be like, okay, what's up? Why is you in my space? And I realize I'm out here in society now. Ain't no space thing here. You bubble.
Oh, so hold on. So you be still spooking out like you be one had a shank on you, OG? You be
Yeah, it be like that, man. I kind of lag cause boy, I be tipping sometimes. Put on my magazines when I walk out the house.
oh
No,
somebody hey,
I'm,
man, somebody told me actually about you know somebody named Cooper Road.
yeah, that's a neighborhood. That's a neighborhood. Yeah,
Okay, Cooper Road. Okay,
it,
this
it
person.
actually Cooper Road is the largest MLK community in America. Second one.
Oh,
Second largest after Harlem. Not MLK. Oh. Yeah, his name is Martin Luther King. That's what it's named after. Mm-hmm. It's the MLK community.
oh, okay. So leaving. Thank you for the donation. Um, leaving from Shreveport, gone 27 years, and now you home. Do things look different?
Everything different, man. The area that I used to live in, called the Bottom, they they dis- they destroyed everything. They cleared out everything that was down in the bottom, and they finally, after all these years, put up some apartments down there. And 50 Cent bought the studio down there for G Unit. So it's my home that I left don't exist no more. So that's why most of my thinking now is bottom ideology. I got a song with BXBZ ideology, and I preach bottom ideology now because it's inside me, and it's a way of thinking, a way of life, a way of being resilient, a way of making the best out of what you got, and then keep on pushing. See, and down there we was it used to be old red light district, and we basically we it was one of the poorest areas in there. We had to, you know what I'm saying, because if you it was cheap down there to live down there because you were living next to a bar, a whole house, drug selling and all that going on. So it was cheap down there. So most people stayed down there, didn't have much. So we had a thing where we were known for taking care of each other, eating off each other's table, and that became, so that's an ideology that I try to take with me all over the world because, that I mean, everybody got a story. Everybody got a story of what they done been through, whether money, it may be all of us have been at the bottom at some time, whether it being in the jail, being in lack of money, being in lack of a relationship or whatever. But the thing is, just because you're in the bottom don't mean you got to stay in the bottom. You keep on pushing, and you pull yourself on out of there. But you keep that pushing ideology with you. You know what I'm saying? You may leave the bottom, but you don't let the bottom lead you. You get in another situation, you push yourself on out of it because now it's part of it.
Somebody said, "Do you know Queensboro?"
Yeah, that's a neighborhood too.
Oh, okay. Now my question is this: coming from Shreveport, licensed in the feds, and you've been in all penitentiaries. Was it ever a time where you felt like, man, I might get killed in here?
Well, every day in the USPs, every day you wake up, it is a day that you got to think that I could possibly die today because everybody in here it's got nothing to lose, and everybody in here is just as dangerous. Most of them just as dangerous as I am. And so you wake up every morning, you're like, this is. It's always something going on in penitentiaries because so many people they don't have no incentive. There's no most of them got 2 or 3 life sentences or 55 years. They really don't have no incentive. So it's very volatile. So any little situation when something happen out on the yard in the penitentiary, you can believe it's gonna be a few people dead. Even if the police have to kill them, somebody gonna die.
Wow. You know somebody named Richard Wilson from the bottom?
Yeah, that's my co. There's two of my co. There's one of my co-defendants nephew. There's one of my co-defendants brother. Two of my co-defendants cousin.
Oh, okay. Now somebody asked me to ask you that. Like we on live, so people be coming in leaving comments, and they gonna be asking me different questions. Long as they're not disrespectful, I'm gonna ask you.
All right.
Oh, but because I got a good following, but then I got some young crazy ones too to be. But you a legend, so they gonna want to know, how a man. Because I'm still baffled right now. How a man from Shreveport, life sentence 411, surviving all these penitentiaries, and he was a shot caller. People value what you say. People, the staff to come get you to stop a lot of stuff, man. And that's just amazing how I always tell people that you was around. Not just see people just know about Shreveport, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Monroe, but it's killers all over the United States. So you in a federal prison with killers with all around the some from around the world in these penitentiaries with you, and yet you speak for 200-300 men, where like whatever you say is going to determine if they're going to live the next day, man. That's something serious.
Yeah. Thing about that is when you dealing with men, right? When you dealing with men and you look men's in the eye and you talk to them, first thing is gonna be the way you talk to them in a manner, and then the second thing is gonna be that they gonna look at you and they gonna see, do you believe what you saying yourself? You see what I'm saying? When they looking at you and you tell them about this or that, and when you tell them, listen, man, our objective is to get out of this alive. But if we can't get out of this here alive, we going hard, and we going. You can believe I'm gonna be right there by your side. I said, but the thing is, we're not looking to die today. You know what I'm saying? We're not looking to die today. But if we have to, you got to do it by your side. They're gonna go with you. You ain't gonna catch me over in the corner. I'm gonna be a lot of times in there when we went by situations. Some of the homeboy be telling me, "No, you stay back, cause we need you out here." And I tell him, I said, "Man, I'm not though. I'm a general. I'm going with you. I'm not gonna send no man to do nothing that I won't do."
Mm-hmm.
And when you're dealing with men's and you talk to men's, like I said, you talk to them, you believe what you're saying, number one, and they know you telling the that you feel that way about them, and you talk to them with respect. It's just like a lot of these young kids right now. People telling me a lot of them are gonna listen to me, whatever, blase, blase. But when I got out, I've talked to quite a few of them, and when I talk to them, I don't talk down to them because I know when I was out there, I was the same way. I was in. If you came talking to me crazy, going on, you'd come up missing. So when you talk to these dudes, you got to let them know, man. I'm telling you this here because I don't want to see you in jail, and I wouldn't want my enemy to go through what I went through. I said, so when I talk to them strong enough for them to take me serious, but I talk to them like men's for them to understand, man. I'm not telling you this him because I'm scared of the system. I'm telling you because it don't make sense. I broke the system. The system didn't break me. All through that, you'll see they never curved me on nothing. I still had the same mentality. I still had the same heart. I was just wise about my application of things. So I said, you know what, man? So that's when I talk to them. That's what I try to do. I try to talk to them as men, not putting them down, because I've made stupid moves. So you know what I'm saying? I didn't take some advice, but some of the stuff that I did pick up when I did start trying to do the right thing, I said something in my brain from the people who had took time and talked to me. So I want to be that one to take time and talk to them. So when they decide to do something different, they'll know how.
Okay. It's two streets. Somebody asked, two different people asked, One was Cedar Grove and Cooper Road.
Those are both neighborhoods.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, City Grove is a neighborhood. Cooper Road is a neighborhood.
Like Holly Grove and the Magnolia.
Yeah, I said like Holly Grove and the Magnolia.
Oh, ain't no Holly Grove no man. What are you talking about? Oh, you talking about oh, you talking about Holly Grove, the hood.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. That's
Okay,
how City
got you.
Grove, Cooper Road is.
Oh, okay, got you, bro. Got you. So how was it transferring from penitentiary to penitentiary, not knowing what's waiting for you when you got on that yard? Like, did your mind be like, man, I'm about to go to this new pen or this pen right here? I know I've been down a long time. I don't know who already here. Like, you gotta go get adjusted again.
Yeah, you always, because the Fed is just a rotation. You rotate from one penitentiary to the other and going on. And so it's a thing like that. You just gotta be prepared and you gotta go in. When you gotta go in, you go in like, listen, man, I'm not gonna be on the yard that I don't affect. I can't when I leave a yard, whether I left it putting in work, or where I left it for defending my homeboy or standing up against something wrong the police were doing, I'ma leave a mark. I feel like if you've been somewhere and you ain't left a mark, then you really wasn't even there. You know what I'm saying? Because people supposed to remember you and going on. So when you come out here and you stand on the other people. I got guys right now when they see me on the streets and dudes, man, you open the door for us, man. Louisiana got so much. Any compound I hit that you've been on, man, Louisiana got so much respect there. And I said, man, but that's the way I walk. I can't. I mean, it came through hard living. It came through coming up in a neighborhood like that. But still, I knew, I know what I would do to a person if they disrespect me or if they try to treat me like a chump. So it's like, what they call king whispers. You know what I'm saying? You know how to talk to a man not to make him get your point, but not like you putting him down like Big Bouncer. I used to, me, Big Bouncer on one situation, him and he had took some homeboys and did something with it because they was on the Vader board. But I sit there. I know how dangerous Big Bounce is. When I sit there and I talk to him and I explain to him what that could done. I said that could have got. Now when you ain't here, those same dudes, they could have took their homeboy side and then not they wasn't gonna mess with you, but they would have came at our other little homeboy, and that could have caused a problem. So we ain't gonna mix the two cars with like that, cause you know what I'm saying, they respect you, but they don't respect all their homies. You going? And
Right.
so but I had to explain it to him in a way to let him know I'm not talking crazy to you. I'm talking to you with the respect that I give you. And and I love you, and I'm telling you this here. If what I'm saying ain't right, then show me what I'm saying, then I apologize. And and most men they get that because I'm open for it. When you correct me, I'm gonna like, okay, you're right, man. I misunderstood. So it's about knowing how to be strong enough and be respectable at the same time. Strong enough for your point to be understood that you taking it serious, respectable enough to let them know that, hey, I know you capable of doing the same thing to me that I can do to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's a dance. It's a perfect dance.
Okay. You know somebody named Baby Hawk?
Baby Hook he one of my co-defendants. 13 of us went to trial for 33 days.
Okay.
And Baby Hook is one of my co-defendants. And matter of fact, he's the one that looked like they always just getting mixed up with me. The only thing is he's really not known. He's a hustler, but he's not known for the violence, and so that's kind of like the separation between me and him. That you
Okay.
know,
What about Ronald King? Free Ronald King, somebody say Shreveport finest.
I don't. That name don't ring a bell. I probably know him by something else.
Oh, okay. Somebody it was a question asked that this person said half his family from the port, from Shreveport. He said he asked me to ask you, do you think getting involved into the life that you got involved into the street life because it wasn't much to do there?
Well, that's one of them. That could be one of them. But it was all also for finances because my one of my objective was and a lot of us I do have to agree with that. One of my whole mindset was to, hey man, we gonna make enough money so we can try to get our people and take care of our people. You know what I'm saying? We was it was definitely if you in my book I talk about it, man. My mom, my mama worked 3 jobs and I was out there, the hustler was making money. Our area used to be ran by a commissioner. They got a book called Commissioner. They used to be ran by a dude named Doug Tar. That dude he was mafia and he faked his death when they finally came at him. But that was a red light district. And he was taking all the money out of it. They was taking all the money out of it. It was going to him and going to his crew. So when we finally got when they went at him and we finally got up and we got to the point we said, okay, well, this avenue is already been cultivated for the drugs, the prostitution, and everything. So now what we gonna do is we gonna get paid off of it. You know what I'm saying? We finna pocket the money. This time we wasn't allowed to pocket the money last time. Actually, my daddy was killed because of that there, you know what I'm saying? So we wasn't allowed to pocket the money. So now we start pocketing money. The difference between us and him is we finna give back to our people, give some back to our people.
But all right, when before you left, this street, did you all have gangs, Bloods and Crips?
Yeah, they had Bloods and Crips that came from California, and they came down there and they started them stuff. See, but we brother Khalid Muhammad came down here and he was saying, and when he looked, me and him, he came in the bottom, and he seen guys wearing red, guys wearing blue, and he said, man, hold on, how's Crips and Blood hang with each other? I said, no, them bottom boys. They said, what now bottom boy can fool with whoever they want to fool with. I went on my birthday, I used to go in every neighborhood with my ranchero full of alcohol, and I sit on that corner at the main corner in that neighborhood, passing out alcohol and drinking alcohol then for about an hour or something. Then I go on the Cooper Road, I go in the City Grove, I went over there. I actually had sons in every neighborhood because my whole thing, the police said that I was making sons in every neighborhood so that I was be able to turn them against the police because we were known for, pretty much standing our ground against the police. But my reason for having people that I call my people, my closest people, I call them my sons. And so my reason for doing that was that if I got sons in every neighborhood, then I can pretty much get something squashed or get something resolved a whole lot easier. But I can always get the support too. But my main reason was for that if something happening over there, well, I got a late liaison person over there. I say, hey, man, go talk to him and let's find out about that, see what we can do about this. Because you can't make no money if you're in a perpetual war. All you're doing is making enough to buy bullets. That ain't business.
Yeah. Oh, you knew somebody named Chicken Man and Whopper?
I know a chicken man. I know a couple of chicken men.
We were Big Ronnie and Suge, Real City legends.
Big running.
Yeah, Big Ronnie and Suge.
Nah, I may know him about something else. If I know Ronnie Speed, my little dude Ronnie Speed, he dead. I know Big O. If you talking about Big Rodney, I know Big O, but he was a little kid when I left. So I been, the people that when I left, if they was 2 years old, they 33 now.
So now that you home,
So
have you tried to work an iPhone?
right now,
That's what I got. I got an iPhone. I just got it, and I'm struggling with it right now.
So you be texting people off it?
Yeah, I do pretty good on that.
Okay. So you like to take the pictures and all that?
Yeah, I learned how to do that.
Okay, that's cool, man. We come a long way from the beeper game.
Oh yeah, man.
iPhone.
The phones I remember them songs on this big.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now look at them now. They're the small ones now, man. That's crazy, man. That's good. So when you out in the mall, do you feel yourself like be a little nervous with there was so many people moving around?
Yeah. My mindset is trained because in most of the supermax, the two supermax I've been to, right? And if a person step in your space, he pretty much only there for one reason, that to do you some harm. You know what I'm saying? Cause you don't just be in nobody's space in supermax. Now I'm saying on the yard, they all crowded up and they walk around because you got so many other people with you. But when you generally in a supermax, it ain't gonna be but one of you on the range. It ain't gonna be but one. I was trying to get meatball over on the range with me when I got there going on, but they usually ain't gonna have. You be lucky if you got two people from the same place on the range. So if you walking, you still your head got to be on the swivel. You know what I'm saying? Cause those dudes, they know what they doing. They taught, like I said, one of my dudes who taught me how to use a knife. It's a way to use it. It's one good for this, one good for another thing. So you got to have the right type of knife. Because if you got a knife and you use it in the wrong way, then it's not gonna be effective. If you got a spike and you using it like a flat, it ain't gonna be effective. And it just the dudes that you dealing with down there, they get close enough and they hit you 3 times, then you pretty much dead on your way down. So you
Mm.
can't afford to take that first lick. Cause first lick is if they smart, first thing they gonna do is they gonna catch you, go on that rib cage, catch you in your lung. So now that's gonna take a lot of fight off because you're gonna be fighting to breathe. And then they can take time and work you and they gonna do you up. So that's why I mean I I just know I always chicken winged them and went up under that lung, got that lung. Once you get that lung, you take a lot of fight out, but that do give you the opportunity to decide: do I kill him or do I just touch him up and let him live? Because you take his fight, a lot of the fight out of him. Because you got to do fight for his life. He puts you in a situation to be fighting for your life. So you want to control the situation. If you ain't gonna kill him, you want to control the situation and disable him, and just do enough to a little behavior modification, and he learned from it.
So look, your whole 27 and a half years in federal prison, have you ever been stabbed?
I got about 12, 12, 12 stab wounds on me. I've been stabbed in the head, in the neck, in the chest, through the side. I mean, you got the one thing about see that they ain't got no guns in jail. You can't stand off from nobody. You can't stand off in the bushes or stand way back and do no damage to nobody. You got to dig in there.
Gotta get that
You got to get in there. So every time you in there, man gonna be getting at you too. So you gonna take some scars.
yeah.
So yeah,
You-
that was prologue.
Oh yeah, I was in Pollock. Yes, I was there.
Yeah, somebody asked that question. They asked this question. He asked this question too. Were you in the feds or state pen?
What you say?
Were you in the feds or the state pen?
No, I was in the feds. I was in the feds at Pollock, but I did time in Hunt's population in the state, and then I did time in Cotton Poke. At I did 2.5 years at Hunt population for aggravated arson, attempt second degree, burned up a dude club and shot him in the face, and then I did 18 months in a cotton poke for running my car. I drove my car into the store and jump out, got in a shootout with the people in front of the car. I got shot 7 times then, and I shot 2 individuals.
Wow, man. So you've been through a lot.
Oh
But um, the thing, like I said, what would sit out the most is you being able to go to these penitentiaries and have a voice and be effective. Because it's like, we got a lot of people just from New Orleans alone that want to hog everything. I mean, firsthand how I be in these penitentiaries, do for New Orleans. Oh man, we hit at the city. But yeah, you from Shreveport and dude from New Orleans look up to you.
yeah. See, dude don't, as they got the old saying here, dude don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. When I hit a yard, my first thing is how to figure out how we all can eat. That's the first thing. If you ain't putting no food in nobody's mouth, that other shit you be saying can be going out the window. Cause if a dude sitting there hungry and he living bad, he gonna do what he do. So you got to give him options. You got like when I hit a yard, I had dudes like I had been around John Gotti. I hit a yard, his brother looked out for me. I was around a lot of men who not just jailhouse rich, they millionaires on the street. And because of the way I carried the line, like you ever heard of the Cocaine Cowboys, Sal Magluta and Willie Falco? Me and them locked up together. Sal, they treated me right. I was there for them. I stopped. I curtailed a lot of stuff pertaining to them in bad situations, and they looked out for me going on. So generally, if I hit a yard, they dudes, boom, they were gonna bless me. So when they bless me, I bless my people. You know what I'm saying? I asked them, what can you do, man? We on this yard. I don't need nobody to fight with me. I fight pretty good by myself. You know what I'm saying? I said, now what are we gonna do? Okay, if we have to fight together, we'll do that. But now let's focus on eating together. Let's focus on putting together care packages so when our men get off the bus, we got something for them. We ain't got to run around trying to scramble. You know what I'm saying? What you know how to do. Dude, so he know how to make guava. I said, okay, well, I'm going to put you on. I'm going to get you all the stuff you need to make the guava. You take your money, you keep buying more guava and invest. You don't owe me nothing. Just keep putting it back into your business. You want to sell commissary? I can't do commissary because you can't be a businessman and a gangster at the same time. So I never owned no store, nothing myself because I stayed packed up. Out of my 27 and a half years, I never put pictures on the wall. And if the police walk in my room, they gonna see it packed up. They like, Richard, why are you packed up? I said, cause I'm ready to go in a minute. They ain't bought it. I ain't got to come back and pack it up. Dude be saying, I got to go back and get my stuff and pack my stuff up. Then I'm gonna come back and deal with this situation. Now I'm gonna deal with the situation right there where it happened. My stuff already packed. And basically, but I always I find out what homeboys can do. And then if they trying to eat, I have enough people that look out for me, and then I'm gonna put them on. But if they ain't trying to eat, then going on, then I ain't gonna sit there and babysit them. But
Right.
that makes a big difference when you ain't just telling no dude something. You showing them, hey man, I want you to eat. Here you go, and you giving them something, and you show them, look here, man, I don't want all the money. We gonna get our cut. We got the right business. I want to eat, but I ain't gonna be the only one eating. You know what I'm saying? Because if you like I say, man, if I'm on the yard and a big homie is eating, and he ain't helping me eat, and he gonna need me to go put some work in. If we got to put some work in, I'm coming over there. I'm coming over there. I got to.
Okay. Have you had a chance to go any concerts or go out since you've been home?
Yeah. My little homie, Big Papa. Me and his daddy were real tight, and he got a lot of songs about me. He got a lot of stuff. He actually, when I was in Supermax, Maryland, he had sent me a letter asking for a picture of me to put it on my on his album cover and everything. But I didn't know that he called himself Big Pop at that time. So and I didn't answer the mail because I didn't answer the mail because I just zoned out when I be in there. I only wrote two people, my sister and a homeboy of mine that were with me the whole time. That I had saved it. I had saved him once before and he never forgot it. He was there for me the whole bid I got. But I didn't. But when he sent it to me, and then I got another. I got Big Papa. I got P Wizard. I'm actually on a few of their videos. And I got a couple of songs made that Big Papa made for me. I got the song "Am I a Monster" and BXBZ Ideology.
Oh, show them you got your book on hand. Show them the stuff you got so they can see what all you have going on. Man,
Let me read you a couple of these chapters in here, and you'll get an idea what in this. It says, behind the red light district, cellmates with a serial killer, scarred by bullets, decades behind bars, chains of injustice, life of crime, infamous in northern Louisiana, locked away in darkness. I actually I actually probably one of the few dudes. I'm the only one that I know of. Larry Hoover, them, they didn't even know nobody. I'm the only one they know of that ever had actually been to Range 13 when I was in ADX, because I was in a scuffle when they had me in restraints. I was in a scuffle with the officer and ended up busting the officer lip. And so they came in there and they actually took me out the 4 points, and they took me back to this cell. They got the bag over my head, so I can't see where I'm going. And they asked me, I had been in every hole it was there, so they took me back. Man, they were going through all these doors, and I'm like, okay, this direction. I couldn't see, but I ain't never went this direction. These too many doors slamming and going on like that. So I said, this the end, old Bam Bam. They finna go and do him in. So that's what I'm thinking. And then they took me back here and they put me in this cell and they bagged on out and got out there. And the cell is, man, it's so dark and it's so quiet back there. You can hear your heartbeat. And no, you can't see them where they coming from. They got two little holes in the wall where they can stick the gun through there and shoot you or gas you or whatever. But it's designed. I'm one of the few only American that went back there. It was designed for when they pick up, because you got dudes at ADX that never. You don't know in this country. You don't know in this country because the government got them over there and got them over there and brought them over there. When they bring them over here, they got range 13. They take them in there and they, by 2 weeks, say they grab them. They put them in range 13 for 2 weeks before they get in contact with a lawyer, and they just interrogate them. Then, after they done interrogated them for 2 weeks, and they got people looking for them, their family or their lawyer, then they send them to Guantanamo Bay. But you go to range 13, they feed you food through the wall. They got a hole opened up on the wall. They feed you your food. You don't see them. They don't allow you to hear their voice because, like I said, most of the dudes they down there got the power to have something did to them. So it's, man, the place is. I mean, it's just it's pitch dark. I come out that time going. I did 3 days the first time. I did 5 the second time. When you come out there, you so disorientated that your senses and all that so disorientated. I couldn't even walk. I was tripping because you can't tell. It's so dark, you don't know up from down. So it kind of discombobulates you. And when I got back and I was telling Larry Hoover and them, cause I used to hear the police tell dudes, man, keep on. You gonna tell dudes, you keep on. You gonna be on. You gonna go around the range 13. And I'm like, so I thought it was a myth, but nobody had never been on there. So when I come out, Larry Hoover and Wayne Perry and other dudes, they were like, man, that thing really exists. I said, yeah, and I kind of told them how it was. They said, oh man, that's but they had never been there.
Mm-hmm. So you made your point. You made sure you weren't going back there no more.
Oh no, that Jimmy, it's just it ain't it. I could have bypassed it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could have bypassed it because I kept pushing. I just stopped. I give them out before I get to range 13 pushing, because it wasn't no fun back there. I mean, it didn't break me, but it wasn't nothing I liked it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like being discombobulated. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So how long was it before? So did you get a chance to lay eyes on Larry Hoover?
Yeah, that's who did my legal work. We used to, that's who did my last brief. We come out there and talk. We call him the old man in there. Yeah, we come out there and talk in the red cage and going on. They had so many people was complaining that they had to open up a old head unit, right? For the people who never gonna leave there, that they're not gonna let leave there. They got this unit open up where now they can come out and they can go outdoors for like an hour, and they get to walk around because they running into too many kind of medical health problems because they wasn't able to move around and they eating all that those starchy food. So they were saying, so now they try to make sure they get some exercise and come out. So when they come out, and my unit, when they put me over there, when they had me, my unit was right across from where they was. And me and Wayne Perry used to be over me. Me and him was over me. I've been on every range, almost every range in ADX. Because they'll say I got too much influence on this one, and they'll kick me to another one. And and I had to be behind two doors at all times. You know, some of them didn't have to do, but me, Silverstein, it was certain one of us we had to be behind. We was on Sam's, we had to be behind. You know, you read your mail on the. They didn't allow you to have no cards like holiday cards and stuff like that. We couldn't get them because we were thought they could make weapons out of it. So we couldn't get nothing like that. Couldn't get no steel paper. We other people could, but any of us on Sam's, we had to be behind two doors. We had to read our mail on a like a teleprompter. So it's it's like I said, Silverstein. I think like I said, I got the longest record for ever being held in restraint. He got the longest record for being locked up in solitary confinement. I think he did 40 years worth. I met
Whoa.
him at two. I met him in Leavenworth, and then I met him in when we was in ADX together.
Mm. So you just said they don't want you all to have cards like holiday cards. Y'all can make a weapon out of that?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, they say you can actually make a knife out of newspaper. You know what I'm saying? You actually can make you gonna get the one good stab in the neck before it get wet, but you can actually penetrate. You can make a nice little knife out of newspaper.
Man, no, yo. So is that what you're telling him? It's best that I maybe about four of them. So when I go to war, I get my first one when it get wet. I
Yeah,
work.
yeah. It's gonna, but thing about it, it's gonna break off. It's gonna pretty much break off in it, and that's gonna do a little. They're gonna do a lot of. I ain't gonna say a lot of damage, but it's gonna cause a lot of complications. You know, yeah, you got. It's certain things that I don't even want to say that a person can, because I don't want to get nobody know. It's things that the old head taught me, and dudes who like that taught you. It's things that you can do to your knife that when you get through with the song going, you can have it. The song gone 6 a year later. He could actually 2 years later he could actually die from the complications or the infection or whatever you done did to the knife. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
So they
Um,
yeah they got
all right. What about the shower coming to you in ADX?
now shower in your room. They got they had they got this shower, this rotating shower, but they that's for dudes who that's like a shoe thing. That's when dudes passing through. That's like, you finna go over to another unit, whatever. You actually, when you're in a unit, when you're on the range, you got your shower in the cell with you. See, but they got that K unit. K unit was like a semi step down unit, right? So it was like a semi step down unit, and they didn't trust the people to walk to the shower, so the shower would actually rotate and come to them.
Oh, cool. Yeah, 'cause I heard like in certain pens where guys had slipped up the handcuffs, stabbed the officers up when they went in that cell and killed them DC dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
they come out them. They most the Aryan brothers them sons gonna keep them. They keep them a key in their mouth.
Mm.
So they keep them a key in their mouth. And
You had run-ins with them in the penitentiary?
I had I think, and unfortunately I think I done had a run in with everybody because I respected everybody and I demand my respect for it. It wasn't about no color. It wasn't about this and that. I ended up catching they sent a charge to the Fed with me when the lockdown Marion when a guy Aaron brother had was had attacked the dude in front of me after the leaders of them then gave me their word that it ain't gonna it ain't finna happen. Dude gonna move upstairs. That beef y'all got going on other places ain't got nothing to do with us here. We trying to get out of this super match going on. It's supposed to been cool. I come out the next morning, dude brought the little dude. I really didn't even fool with the little dude. But the dude brought the little dude to move and stabbed him and I see the dude over in the corner, so I commenced to whooping the dude with the tray and the whooping with the tray. So the dude who I'm helping, he take off and run to the cell, So I got to finish the job, and the dude instead of stabbing me in my ankle, he stabbing me in my ankle, and I'm stomping him, and finally he'll go unconscious, and he dropped the knife. When he dropped the knife, the police stick his baton through the bars and pull the knife to him. So I see dude laying down there going on. So I go to the cell to the dude who take out running, and I said, "Hey, look here, man. What is you doing, man? You got a free body. This dude just stabbed you." And he in there going around in circles like the Three Stooges. So man, they give you a charge for it. Man, you got a free body. You got 39 years. What you care about a charge, man? I
He's
said,
so
oh man. So my other homeboy, they hollering out the thing like, man, what we gonna do, man? What we gonna do? What we gonna do? We gonna clean it up? I said, man, that clown ain't nothing to do. I deal with dude. Them other dudes ain't got nothing to do with this. They trying to leave. So that's when the lieutenant came down there and they started telling me, the dude laying down there, they telling me to go in the cell. And they telling me to cuff up. And I told them, I don't do no cuffing up. I'm finna go in the cell. Y'all open that cell and let me back in there. Well, no, cuff up. I said, man, look here. That man ain't dead. You want me to cuff up? I'll go over there and kill him, and then I cuff up. But I'm not finna let nobody get up on me. You know what I'm saying? Once y'all give me handcuff, he jump up and bring. I said, it ain't gonna happen. So big black lieutenant who remember me said, that's Bam Bam. Put him in his cell. He ain't going. You gonna have to shoot. And yeah, they sent it to the feds. They sent it to the feds. The police they couldn't find the video to show that I didn't have the knife. They actually charged me with the knife because the dude had on glasses. They said when I was stomping him in the face, the cuts on him, they were saying they were trying to say it was made from the knife. But the knife didn't show up, the video didn't show up, but they sent it to the feds and the feds sent it back.
wow, that was good. I know you was happy for that.
Oh yeah. I was, it was. I mean, sometimes when you had much time as I had, you liked it the free ride. When I was going back and forth to court in Hazleton, that's when Whitey Bulger, the Irish mob dude, that old Whitey Bulger went and got killed. But as soon as you got out the bus there, man, they was catching bodies, and I caught that assault on officer when the officer was choking the dude, and so going back and forth, being locked up as long as I was in them Supermax, I was happy to get to go back and forth to court and see stuff. See, because if you know from our state joints and from the regular compound, when you go out to the hospital, it's like a treat because you get to look at people, see things moving and going on. It's like a field trip. You get to see things, but in ADX, you don't get that. You in ADX, they got what they put you in. The band they gonna put you in, it's got a metal box that they're gonna put you in that metal box and they're gonna cuff you down so can't nobody see you and you can't see nobody. And they're gonna cuff you in there, and the only little hole you're gonna have is like this here for the police to look in on you. Because if somebody see the right person through the window in there, you know what I'm saying, they can they could try to bring them a move to save that person for the because the people are such high profile. So we don't get to see nothing. When they take us to the hospital, they clear out the whole range. They clear out ain't gonna be nobody else on that range on that hospital wing but you. It's gonna be 6 polices outdoors. They gonna see up there with them AR-15. They gonna be out there. They ain't gonna be no movement. So it costs them so much. They was talking when I had a hernia surgery. They was talking about how it costs so much to take one inmate to the hospital. That's why you got to be pretty much dying. You got to be pretty much dying before they take you.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's crazy, man. So your first day out, what's going through your mind? Like, do you think in other words, like when I first come out, I was still feeling nervous, you know, thinking like some old beef or stuff, was gonna come my way, and I didn't have, I was homeless. How was you for you after all those years, and now you home?
Well, when I first came out, my sister, who's a police officer and a pastor of a church, she had she had a lot of people at the house, and then they they drove me around Shreveport to let me see everything that had changed. Then they took me down to the church, and they had a big old meal for everybody. And my dudes, one of my pastor dudes was screaming live, so my dudes were seeing me. They were seeing me coming. They were seeing me. They were seeing me. So they was coming up there. They started coming up there. Now the church was over full, but I still ain't comfortable with all these people being around me. But then I also know I wasn't no angel, so then everybody liked me. So everybody coming through that door, I was I was looking at them and trying to determine, do they come in with a scribe, like they come to put in some work, or if they loosey goosey, come in. It's just like when we in that when we been in feds, I can see a dude coming. I can pretty much tell by the way he walk and the way he move where he from, and is he coming with some aggression, or if he, you got to read a man before he get close enough on you, and that's a skill that I still had. And one thing that I wanted to make the people know was, okay, it fell on both sides. I did a lot of crazy stuff. You got people did stuff to me ain't going on. So I made it while we were screaming live. I made it known to everybody that I forgave them a long time ago, and I hope they forgive me. And I'm moving on with something different right now. You know what I'm saying? So I got no beef with nobody, and I hope nobody got no beef with me. It was important to me to let people know that, because I didn't want people thinking. And I told them, I said, people tell me, I said, the dudes and with the situation, I said, man, look here, they had 100 witnesses testified against us. You know what I'm saying? I said, I'm not tripping on that. I know some of the dudes and the people. I say this here, people don't understand. I said, one dude, mama, the folks had grabbed her. It was gonna give her. She got caught with two rocks. They was gonna give her charge her with being on the conspiracy with us, and give her anywhere from 25 years to life if her son didn't testify against us. Now, that man, and I said, he testified against us, and then when I found out all that there and everything, my thing is this here. I got out of jail with all my faculties. I got out of jail with sound mind and body. If that man mama, who wasn't nothing but a dope user, would have got 35 years, for me, I'd probably come out crazy as a road lizard.
Yeah. Okay. So now, are all your co-defendants home?
Yeah, I was the last one to get out.
Now that you out, like, what are the plans you have going on?
Well, right now I got different projects where I go to the school, I go to the youth centers and talk to people. I got my brand out, and anytime I make a little money, I go feed the people downtown. I just the area like Ellendale is just like, it's all part of the bottom. We all hung together. So I took 30 children and took them, and I sponsored them going to the park. It was a Word of God park, but it's like a little amusement ride. I send them there, and I've been doing different stuff to try to get back to the community, man. It's
Mhm.
I've been blessed to get back out here. For me not to give back, it wouldn't be right. I feel good doing it, man. I mean, I feel good to be known for something other than shooting people or robbing people.
Facts, man. You right about that. You have a favorite meal since you've been home that you like to eat?
Man, I eat hamburger and French fries now. I didn't eat it in there because by the time you get your hamburger and French fries, it's so soggy and it's so messed up. And I stopped eating bread because all in moly bread. I don't eat no bread at all. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's. I think hamburger, but I don't get my hamburger with no bread on it. I have lettuce for bread.
So you still working out? You still on penitentiary time out here?
I'm on penitentiary time, waking up and everything. I ain't been working out like I'm supposed to, but I mean, I'm up at up at 4 o'clock sharp in my shake. Now
Yo,
I'm up at 4 o'clock though, man. I can't turn it off. But my biggest problem I got right now that me and my wife we go through is because they had me in them screens so many times, I can only sleep 2 hours. Because if you notice when they doing restraints, they do a restraint check every 2 hours, and that's where my body is. I can sleep only 2 hours, and I'm up the rest of the night. I can't sleep for 2 hours. And
oh, okay. You know somebody named Patchy Cat?
that's my co-defendant, one of my co-defendants.
Oh, did somebody ask me to ask you that? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah, that's one of my like I said, it was 13 of us. We all, we all went to trial, and they some good little dudes, and they hung in there with us.
Okay, cool. So now, like, do you have like any favorite restaurants? Are you rocking with Popeye? What you doing, man?
I don't know. I think my favorite restaurant we got a restaurant here called Orlando's, right? And it's a derivative of Pete Harris, and I actually know Pete Harris. And matter of fact, I stopped people from breaking his cars around his restaurant. I had put a thing out, hey, leave these cars alone because they were breaking his cars. So and he used to look out for me and make sure that I was always cool when I come in there, get free food. But I actually went to private school with his granddaughter. But Orlando's is I mean that's some good food, man. I mean good. You want some good down home cooking? That's it.
Mhm. What do you keep in your mind to remind? Because man, because this is what I keep telling. This really, I'm a fan. Being in the federal system, you did 27 and a half, I did 23 in 10 months. And I always heard bam, bam, this the homie from Shreveport, the homie, bam, bam. And like I said, when you hear about people, you picture what you think they're gonna be. So I'm thinking I'm gonna see this giant. But I know that in heart, because all the homies speak good about you. Any compound you go, like you've never been to a medium, you always been to all penitentiaries. Bro, but was killing me, bro. Was I can't believe, bro, your height, bro. Ain't nowhere in the world a man your height that been in ADX underground, around Larry Hoover, Wayne Pip, some of the gangsters that we all listened to and heard about, and you'd have been on every penitentiary yard and had number the utmost respect, bro. Your height, man, is just, bro. And I know people say, how they say the bigger you are, the harder you fall. I know about that. But man, usually, bro, I'm just trying to get this through my mind that a man your height, with all the love and respect you had, and you ain't never kissed nobody but you come on the compound, this what it is, this what I'm rocking with, this how I'm standing on this, and people fall in line, man. That says a lot.
It go back again. Like I said, I'm 4'11", but when I'm talking to somebody, I'm like they said 6'7". But my thing is, when I come on a yard, I don't come on that yard. If somebody already got their yard running like it's supposed to, I shut up and get in my place. But if I see us missing out on too much on the yard, or I see us in the wrong situation, then it's like next man up to me. Now I can't live like this here on this here, yo. We shouldn't be living like this here. And so therefore, and you bring the people together on that. But as you know, man, us short people, we have to exaggerate our situation, and we have to go so much harder because I got a co-defendant that's 6'5", and Big Dunn, and he said one word, and people they pretty much they fall in line. I say something to somebody who don't really know me or don't know my name, they look at me and look at my height, you know what I'm saying? And they be like, "What?" And so now I got to make them. Now I done got mad because you'll move for this dude, this 6'5" dude, but you won't move for me. Now I done took it personal. So when I get through with you, next time you see a short man, you're gonna run from it. You know what I'm saying?
Say, bro, you didn't live, bro. 27 and a half years, all penitentiaries. You seen people get killed people, been around so much stuff. You had to make decisions, bro. And to be home now, man, because I know I just sit back and be like, man, God chose us, man. We made it.
Yeah.
Because they don't have a clue what's going on in the federal prison system, man.
That's a whole different animal. But I keep you hearing you saying 23 years and 10 months. But hey man, that's a long time.
Yeah.
That's a long time. So you did, man, for real, 5 years too long for a man to be locked up in a cage.
6 months.
But yeah, so you did a jokes, man. You did, that old day back then go, you'd been did a life sentence and be rolling out on it. So you now don't don't shortchange what you went through, man. You went in there and you did what you had to do. You got up out that gym, man. You know, you came out alive, and look at what you've been doing since you've been out here, man. You know, dude was telling me about you when you put that Polak episode on there, and they were like, man, like I supposed to been know you. They were just, I mean,
Yeah,
you got your platform, bro, and I'm proud of you, and I mean I admire that.
yeah. Now listen, coming from you, I'm happy to hear that, man, because see, a lot of people heard my stories, they hear what I do, but I always tell people, man, it's legends, gangsters all over. And it was a I am so happy for the moment when you and OG Blabber, and like I said, a lot of people know who OG Blabber is, and for him to jump on here and give you your prop. Well, do what they say today. They say the flowers down. You know, so
Yeah.
Blabber to be like, yeah, that's my man, what's up? Because like your name rung through the federal system, like how you say you set the standard, showing them people they come break you when they put you in the restraints. You know, that's a long time to have a man in restraints, man. And that travel through the federal system. And you got people like Blabber that hear that kind of stuff and giving you your props. So I'm like, wow, you know, we got a legend right here. But these youngsters, bro, they need to hear because you got a lot. You've been through a lot, seen a lot, and the youngsters need to know they shot callers on the street. But when you get to that federal penitentiary, it might be somebody you never had respect for. You might have thought was under you. He running that yard, you're going to fall in line. Or they're going to send them hitters at you.
Yeah, they definitely gonna be that. You gonna, like I said, I was prepared. You know what I'm saying? I was prepared that if I got somewhere and it's being ran and right, I'm rolling with the car. That's simple as that. See, a lot of people don't know, and not to jump the subject. The reason that I did, they put me in restraint for 40 days. One being that I actually, my case created a precedence that you can no longer ship an inmate to another institution to nullify their class action suit. Because they tried to mute it. That's one of the reasons they sent me to ADX to try to mute my lawsuit. And the folks, we won the case and started a precedent that had never been before, that you can't do that no more. So that's what my enduring 40 years affected the system, so it's still helping other people right now. Matter of fact, 3 ladies had counsel and they had shipped them from Springfield and they were trying to notify their lawsuit, but because of the precedent that I was made out of my case, the ladies can still have their lawsuit. But the reason I got put in restraint was they brought a mental patient to my cell. People had been whooping him. He had been cutting people's ears off. He had been cutting people's eyes off. I had been there a year. 5 people had got killed by their sellers. They were leading them in restraints, and they go in there and they was they were killing. So I told my own boys, and I told them, man, we don't hurt no old folk, we don't hurt no mental patient, we don't hurt no children. You see what I'm saying? So I had tied up one seller before when I went to Hazleton. I tied a seller up and stabbed him in the neck who tried to rape a guy on the compound. I'm like telling him, man, get you 3 books of steps. There's enough people out there that want to do what you want them to do. Why are you gonna try to make a man be something that he's not? You know what I'm saying? So I got a problem with that. So I told him he couldn't be in the cell with me because the police was calling it out on the rain. I just said, he ain't coming in here, and I told him not to. But anyway, long story short, I tied him up and stabbed him and tied him up and made him come get him out of there. But they were trying to get me to do that again, but the mental patient thing was, I'm not gonna hurt no mental person, and I'm not gonna give him a chance to hurt me. So I actually did 40 days in restraint for refusing him as a seller.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy how they try to make you have a celly.
Yep. But because what they'll do, they'll stop giving him his medicine. When they put him in there with you, they will stop giving him his medicine. Then he get the zapping out going on. How can one man get assaulted 16 times and commit 14 assaults in a lockdown place? If you know what I'm saying? So you putting it in the violence, then you put him in a volatile situation, then you withdraw his medication. Now he's zapping all out. So I said, I told him, but people were accepting because they were scared of being put in restraints. Because Lewisburg was putting you in restraints so tight when the governor sent his assistant down there to make them take me out they actually the handcuff had been on my hand so tight that my skin was actually growing over the handcuff. They had to open my skin to what the puck what a, I guess the skin like a pus and blister had just it was covering up the handcuff. They actually had to open that up and soak my hands in some red, I think iodine. They had to soak it in that before they could be able to remove the handcuff because my over them 40 days that had been pressed in and my skin was actually growing over them.
Wow, man, that's crazy, man. You done been through some stuff, man.
Yeah, look, it's in my lawsuit. They tell you about it, man. My finger was so big they look, but I seen dudes, man. I seen dudes crying and begging and everything, but I refused to let them see me beg. They coming in, they tighten them up, Matter of fact, I got one of the nurses who was actually working there. She was coming in, she's making them she tell them she's making them do them right. She said, you know, you're gonna do it when I come check them, you're gonna do it right. When I actually got released, she contacted me. She contacted me and said, she said, man, she said, you respectful. I never heard you say a cuss word. You respect what's going on, but you sure ain't going for nothing. She said, yeah, she been in contact with me.
Say, bam, bam. She was choosing, bro.
Yeah,
She,
I done had them choose before, man. You know what I'm saying? I just
yeah, she letting it be known. Boy, listen, ain't too many real ones, ain't too many real men out here. And she saw your work in prison, so she know how you gonna be out here.
oh yeah. She probably would. My wife ain't gonna like it though. I actually caught my wife. My wife when I was in jail. You know, we was writing each other 7 years before I came out, and when I came out, I moved her down from Texas and married her. And we buying this house over here, and just living life and enjoying life. But
Man, that's good, man. So hold up. When you first got out, how long it was before you started driving? Or do you drive?
oh yeah, I drive. I got photosensitive glaucoma from them spraying all that gas in my eyes. My eyes at night they get a little shaky, and it light. I done had 4 surgeries on my eyes since I've been out. They put a tube in this one. They finna put a tube in that one. My sister, when my sister heard I was getting out, she went and bought me a SUV. So I got out, and when I got out, she made me go get all my. She said you ain't living outside the law no more now. So you got to go get everything. We gonna do everything proper and by the way. So when I went down to the my co-defender did 23 years, 23, 24 years. He get out. Everything against him been dismissed. I go to DMV. I had to pay $1,435 to get my license because they wouldn't drop the charges because I had too many endangering officers. Because they said when they engage an officer on high speed chases, they said when they block me off and I keep on going because I be ready for the ram through them, and they said that's engaging and endangering the officer, and I had about 8 of them. They wouldn't drop it, so I had to pay $1,435 to get my driver's license.
But when you got it, feel good, huh?
Oh yeah, man. It feel good too, and I know anybody who been out there in the streets or in the street know, man. That ain't no that's a tiresome thing. Your head got to be on the swivel from dudes for the police. Man, you be exhausted. You know what I'm saying? I kind of almost feel like when I went to jail, I was like, man, they put me in a cell. Man, I can sleep now without. You know what I'm saying? It's very tiresome. So when I got my license and I was legit, I felt good being able to pull up and police right there and I'm right here and I ain't got to duck dogs and hide. I look 'em straight in the eye. I got everything legit on here. So
All right.
that's a good feeling.
That's good, man. So, because we've been talking, because you have a story to tell. Let the people know about your YouTube channel so they can go and subscribe while we on here.
Oh yeah, go to BXBZ. Go to my BXBZ page. You're gonna see some of my YouTubes on that there. Go to Bam Bam Raw TV. It's my brand BXBZ. It's a
That's
whole
channel too.
big. BXBZ right now is about endurance. It's about survival. It's about reinventing yourself to be, to exist in a positive world. Because I'm telling you, man, this just giving your life away, going back and forth to jail, just giving your life away. I thank God that I had the opportunity to see the light before I died in there. I got many of my homies and people I love that didn't get that opportunity. I got many of them sitting in there right now that if they get out here, I know they'll be doing the same thing. They'll be trying to make a change, but they ain't getting that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody gonna get it. They gonna either die down there going on. Then you got some people, and that's just being honest. You got some people in there I wouldn't want on my block. You know what I'm saying? So it's we got the us who got the opportunity, like yourself and me, we got to sit there and talk to the children, talk to them, and try to get them an idea out of respect, get them an idea of how a guy, when I went to jail, a dude was use the word dope user, dope fiend, whatever you want to say. This dude was a dope fiend. I went to jail. I come out. This dude got 8 vans, transport vans. This dude, the cleanest act up and going on. And I'm looking at if this dude done did this much, imagine what I could have did if I had got out the game and went straight. Man, I'd have been a millionaire 5 times over now. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? So the money I made when I was out there, if you look at the time I did, man, it probably add up to a couple of hundred a day. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no real money for real. You know what I'm saying? I could have had a job and damn near did that, and then they go to jail, they gonna work in jail. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm not picking no shade tree for nobody to lay under, but what it costs you, man, just, it ain't, they let you have a 5-year run and then they throw you away for the rest of your life. And the feds is taking over so many of these cases right now, because in the Fed, it's so many things that you could win on in the state that they ain't trying to hear. Hearsay evidence is admissible and going on. They can use dismissal and acquittal conduct. I said, man, that gotta be, what you mean? You take charges off me, I beat charges, and then they wasn't even supposed to be mine, but yet still, because I can be enhanced for them. Every charge I done beat, I can be enhanced for it. So you actually giving me time for a charge that I done beat. But you said it's not double jeopardy because you said it wasn't used in the conviction of me. It's only used in the sentencing phase. And they don't understand, man, that it's hard. It's hard to not get hit when they shooting at you with a shotgun. You know what I'm saying? They got so many pellets coming at you that if one thing don't get you, this gonna get you. Fact. And it's sad. It's sad, and I had to learn the hard way, and that's why I try to tell people, because I want them to learn from my experience instead of learn the hard way. You know what I'm saying? Because you can do so much with life now. If even if you whatever you choose to do, man, it's some smart people out here, man. The way they can operate these phones, man, and these laptops, man. You ain't just contacting New Orleans and Shreveport. You can reach out to the world.
Facts. So you have Instagram and Facebook too?
Yeah, I got Facebook and Instagram. It should be Sebastian Bam Richardson.
That's on Facebook, or that's the same thing Instagram too?
Now Facebook and Sebastian Bam is together. That's the new page I had to make because my other one had got hacked.
Okay, so now, being home, they got all kind of scams going on, so you gotta be careful now.
Oh yeah. I'm learning about the old phone that them suck on. Yeah, they can be hacked. So I don't know. I'm just getting used to operating. I'm still way behind, man. Way behind.
Well, I'd rather be way behind than to be in jail and not know it at all.
Yeah, now you're right about that. Yeah, I'll take that any day.
So since you've been home, have you had a chance to fly on a plane?
Do what?
Since you've been home, have you had a chance to fly on a plane?
Oh no, I don't do them planes.
Okay.
Yeah, If the motor stopping something, I want to be able to step outside of it and walk away.
So
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
bro, you ain't gonna never fly on a plane,
I mean, they forced us to. Remember when we was in
right?
there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
they forced it to. But boy, look here. They used to have to give me so much medicine. I'd be on that. I'd be higher than the plane when I get up there. They had to give me some medicine. They said we got to calm him down.
Man, yes. I ain't gonna lie, I really I've been flying. I be nervous. I don't want to be hitting clouds and stuff, but man, you know, I let it do what it do, bro. I make it though.
Yeah, I hear you just come back from Milwaukee, so some places I'm gonna have to. Some places I'm gonna have to start, but I mean, when business called for, I think I'll be able to make that decision. But I ain't doing it for no leisure reason.
He said his brother right here said, just don't look out the window, bro. I be looking out the window. I be want to see how high we in the sky. Like,
Yeah, man. See, it's like now what he said is perfect advice, but it's hard to do. You don't want to look, but you keep looking over there, and you can't help it. You like a mouse drawn to a flame or drawn to the light. You can't help it. You know you're gonna be terrified. I remember I was on there one time. The girl was trying to talk to me, and I'm like, "Woman, turn around." Turn around, cause I have to talk to you. I got to see outside the thing. I'm good.
yeah, yeah. So on your YouTube channel, do you have like some like the different stories, different stuff you've been through while you was in the Fed?
Yeah, well, I got a lot of stories. I got my stories is they basically recollections. See, because like I said, I've been down there with like Francisco Duran, the one who shot at the White House, who got 40 years for shooting up the White House. I've been around so many people and interesting people, right? And then you said like I said again, Charlie Harrison did it. A lot of people didn't know. I didn't even know Woody Harrison daddy was a hitman. You know what I'm saying? And so he actually died when he went back to ADX. But me and him was in Springfield together because my bone came out the bottom of my foot. I had a compound fracture. But I've met so many interesting people and I've been in so many interesting situations. And people that they made books about, people they didn't you know people they made movies about, all that there. I've been around all them dudes, and I think I got a opportunity to give a person a insight on how those people was moving in jail, opposed to, you see all this here, you hear all this here going on. But I was right there with them. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, and it goes two different ways. Everybody, a lot of dudes ain't what they was on the street in jail. Like you made reference to that. A dude, he ain't what he was out there, and then some is. And I got the stories back and forth. For you got some that was out there when they had a gun. They was super wasn't going for nothing and wasn't going for nothing. But now here they going for it. They going for anything going on. So, but you got some who who they was out there. They the same in there going on. But it's more it's more to my story, right? All of my stories, I try to make sure because the truth of them, there's an antidote to them. It's an antidote to them. Like dude catch a body. Okay, he catch a body and going on. Now he's sitting here, and I go through the whole scenario of how this was happening, how this happened, how this dude got tricked by not having, want to run behind these homeboys who telling them some bull crap instead of listening to the old heads who trying to tell him how to bypass, get through here, and try to get back out. Where they listen to some of the younger dudes and then they end up crashing out and dudes is sitting here laughing. They making, they laughing about it. My job was to send my homeboy home, not keep him in jail with me. You know what I'm saying? So when I told him something, that was my objective. Hey, look at man, if it ain't got to happen, then we go let's get it resolved. If it got to happen, let's go and do it. Ain't no need to talking about it. You know what I'm saying? If you got to psych yourself up to do it, you the one gonna have to do the time. And a lot of these dudes, they'll sit in that cell and they sick. They sick over the time they doing because they did it under peer pressure. See, you fail to realize to be accepted and do something like that to jeopardize your life just to be accepted. That's just as much peer pressure. If I come hit you with a stick and make you do it, you know what I'm saying? You bowing down to being accepted by me. Well, you know rationally it don't make no sense to stab that dude or shoot that dude over this particular thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now, let one more time, let them know the name of your YouTube channel, man, so they can subscribe and go check out your stories and help support.
Well, I got a Bam Bam Raw TV, and I got the Big BZ page. And I mean, my it's gonna be a documentary on there within the next couple of days. But I got a lot of videos in the podcast thing telling you about some of the people that I done met, and you know, like I said, with the cocaine cowboys, with a lot of high profile people going on, and what people thought about them, and how they is, was around me, and how they is, and some of the stuff that they doing. Like I tell them, dudes always talking about want to be a millionaire. You can, and I tell them, I said, man, you can be a millionaire, but I was down there with a lot of millionaires, and they got to eat the same soups I eat. Don't do no good to be a millionaire if you're in the jail for the rest of your life. So you got to choose how you want to become a millionaire, because it may cost you too much, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, El Chapo, all them dudes, you got $1 million on Tony and there, millions of dollars, a tour, $1 million. He the one that was him and Chapo were beefing with each other. They were like, he'll leave 20 of his man dead, he'll leave 20 of his man dead, and they were going back and forth. Them dudes got millions on their book, but they got to eat the same soups I eat, a quarter soup.
Wow.
They got to wear the same shoes I wear, coming from the feds and going on. They get you the old, you get you a pair of Nike, but they want him the old reject Nike. You may have two left shoes. You don't know what's going on. They get your old reject stuff. So so you're not, so you're not living at the top of your game. You're not living on no millionaire status. So that I just say, at what consequences do you want to be a millionaire? That's important.
Right, that's a fact, though. You're right about that, man. You got any shout outs before we get out of here, bro?
Oh, again, like I said, man, a shout out to my mans that still locked up in jail, man. I love to see all y'all out, man, and shout out to my people, man. Here, I would like for us to just try to get together, man, and do some more resolution, do some more problem resolution, man. Let's work on that there, man. Doing some problem resolution opposed to just acting out impulse and destroying your life and taking somebody else's. And it just, man, we built for something better. And then, I got to send a shout out to you too, man. I appreciate you having me on this platform. And I definitely admire what you're doing. Like I said, yeah, and OG Blab, you gotta let him know, give him my hookup, man. We get at it. That's my dude there. But much respect for both of y'all, man, and the other men who getting out and they doing something, man, And any way I can assist you, man, I'm there for you.
Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna have you on here again. We gotta pump it up because these youngsters, I've been talking about it, but here, you did 27 and a half years and you've been around some of the people that they look up to, love, glorify, and you actually been in a cell, been around like Wayne Perry, or Larry Hoover. So you've been around, these guys personally. So these youngsters need to know what they going through, how they suffering in these underground, don't see that, so that's something that these youngsters need to know. And a lot of them who think they shot callers out here, like I tell them, and like you explain, like you could be a nobody out here, but when you get to the Fed and you build a name for yourself, your paperwork clean, you're gonna be the shot caller. So whenever a boss come on the compound, he gonna be respected, but he gotta fall in line because somebody already running the compound, and a lot of them don't. It takes other people to come home who've been through it, who've seen it, to talk about it and let these youngsters know, man, you got a choice. You got your freedom now. Better enjoy it. Respect your family, your mother, your parent, your father, or you're going to give it to the streets. And when you go to the streets, they're going to forget all about you.
Definitely, man. I did, like I said, 27 and a half, man. And I can count on one hand the people who sent me a quarter.
Ain't no 401k in the streets, man.
Nah.
Ain't no 401k, man. But I'm happy to see you home, man. And I'm gonna do everything I can to help you push your channel. We're gonna try to get you on some of these other big channels too, so they get your message out, and that's gonna drive the crowd back to your channel, man.
I definitely appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, we got you, man, because you have a story to tell, man. You really was there, and I'm still messed up about this hype, man. Wow, for real, bro. Hey, listen, because like I say, I've heard bam, 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 penitentiary. I heard these talks, and when I put the interview out, we did God Will Tomorrow, where OG Blabber coming in there, and you know, for people who know OG Blabber, they know OG Blabber don't really. He think he the best thing walking. He don't really give nobody no props now. Man, I came on and saluted you and talk. I said, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that shows a lot, bro. You know, and that's we need more leaders to show these youngsters like, hey, I done been there already.
Yeah, you know? Man, definitely. I'm in agreement with you. I'm definitely in agreement with you.
You know, but you got my word, bro.
Shot 13 times, stabbed 13 times, basically. So it's
shot 13 and stabbed 13 times.
Yeah, I got bullets all through my chest. I got shrapnel in my chest, a bullet in my hip. I got 13.
And 13 stabs.
Yep. 411. He said 411, man.
Bro, nah, for real, bro. That's a testimony. Hey, yo, man, that's a blessing, bro. But listen, bro, we're gonna do this again, man, because the people need to hear this. And I give you my word. I'm gonna do everything I can to help you get your message out. We're gonna hit these other platforms, and we're gonna promote your YouTube channel too, because the people need to go there and listen to these stories straight from you. Because it's not like you telling your own story, you know. A lot of people try to tell the story about the bottom boy, about people in Shreveport, but you a legend from Shreveport, and you was there. So it's better to hear it straight from you.
You know? Yeah, I agree with you on that, man.
Yeah, man. We out of here, y'all. I know y'all want to stay here late. I got to work in the morning, y'all. Now I don't work. I'm just capping. But now I got some more work I got to go do. I got to edit these video. I got some stuff to do, y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. We out.